Whew, anyhow, where were we? So we just finished talking to... I guess we're in the last chapter, so I should do that. I think we just finished talking to... yeah, Melorania, so... we got closure with her, which was cool. So let's move on to... see what Gemini is up to.
It was harder getting back here than expected.
Too hard, really. Elder did a number on us, but they're gone now, so no matter.
Yeah, no point wasting time thinking about someone who's not even around anymore.
Rip Elder, I guess. As much as anyone cared about Elder.
Hey, mate. It's all right. Let me handle this. Yusi.
Don't call me that.
It's not possible. You're my Yusi. My big sister.
I am a Dark Falls. The Dark Falls apprentice. I am Arx.
Dark Falls and Arcs. That makes sense, right?
Hey, Yusi. It's okay now. You don't need to play tough. You knew, didn't you? You didn't need Gemini to tell you that something wasn't right. That the other Dark Falls commanded the Fallspawn, and during the battle, they took on a combat form and attacked us directly. But you didn't do that. You just commanded the Fallspawn and didn't join the others in combat. That's way different. Maybe you couldn't join them. You didn't have enough power to.
You're talking like you knew. What do you know?
I don't. That's why I'm asking you. If what I'm saying is wrong, tell me. I'll think more about it.
Smooth.
You heard it, didn't you, mate? She hasn't denied anything I've said. And running, when she doesn't have a leg to stand on, is what my sister would do. Yusi. Mate, don't do anything! This is just some sibling rivalry.
Are you calling yourself the sibling of a Dark Falls? Don't make me laugh.
It really is funny, isn't it? But it's the truth.
You know, given what I was told about the whole Matterboard thing a few sessions ago, or I guess it technically would have been the last session we did this stuff. Like, some of these divisions suddenly make so much more sense. Because dividing this into part 1 and part 2, rather than working it together into like a cohesive scene, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense as far as like a catalog where you can just pick a scene to watch. But if the player is supposed to be just wandering the desert and like stumbling into these, suddenly it makes a lot more sense. I can understand why they did what they did, even though it's still kind of awkward.
Silence! I have no siblings.
You don't have to be my sister. It's fine if you can't remember.
Huh?
I just want you back, you see.
That's often talking in contradictions.
You! What about you? I'm a Dark Falls. You're going to strike me down, yes?
No, why would I do that? I'm a nice horse.
Why do you two always respond this way? You can't even grant me the right to die as a Dark Falls!
You see.
Actually, I guess it's technically 3 parts they've divided this into. You know, just make the player wander Lilliput forever.
You see?
I don't remember you. Or anything about you. Not one thing. I don't even remember the name Euclida. And why would I? After all, I'm a Dark Falls. I'm the most terrible foe. The most horrifying threat to arcs like you. If you don't want him to die right now, you'll have to pull the trigger. Go on!
Mate!
But I didn't catch that the first time I watched the scene, probably because I was likely tired and out of it from trying to rush through for the story campaign, but often actually nods there. It's like, yes, shoot me.
If I am truly a Dark Falls, I will soon cease to be. It's over. This is supposed to be the end. And yet...
Yay, purifying gun powers.
I'm still alive? So, I see. That's how it is. I should have known. It's just like Gemini said. I'm a fake. Just leftovers. I'm not a real Dark Falls.
Yeah, cripes! I know I told you to shoot, but would it have killed you to ease up a little, mate? You see, you doing okay?
Shut up! That's not my name. Don't call me that. I don't remember anything. I don't know my own name. or your name, or anything at all anymore. There's nothing left for me. I'm neither Dark Falls nor Arcs. What should I do?
Hey, wait up! Yusi, don't... Yusi, come back!
Within Wopal's tranquil waters, we suddenly stumble upon mysterious ruins. There's really no mystery to any of it. It's been publicly acknowledged that this was a research facility that Luther was using.
I don't remember why we're coming back here.
A strange monstrosity blocks Patia from finishing their analyses. No mystery there either. We know it's an escaped Oceanid from this facility. A world of trouble awaits. Only time will tell if our luck will last. To be continued. There's nothing to continue. Oh, hi there. Tia here. I'm telling you, after investigating the coast and the seabed, I was sure we'd seen it all. But here we are. Not even we could have foreseen this. The wreckage on the coast, the facilities on the seabed, and now these ruins. All of it was apparently the work of photoners long, long ago. Luther started using the abandoned facilities later on, apparently. Makes you wonder, though, why did the photoners build all of this in the first place? No one can say for sure. It doesn't even seem like Luther himself used them for their original purpose. The layout is so exciting, and it's on such a tranquil, watery... Oh! Wait! I know! The photoners must have built all this as a place to play! Wait, what? To play? I mean, come on! The great weather, all this water, it just screams beach party! I doubt that's what this is, but still, the records show that the photoners did do pretty much whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted.
It probably wouldn't be that much of a stretch to say that they just decide to take over a planet to languish. When they've essentially got superpowers, why not?
Everyone needs a bit of rest and relaxation every now and then. Arcs operatives and photoners are no exception. So, now that we've learned this super important lesson, it's time for us to take a dip! Nope.
We are currently preparing a large-scale operation for all ArcSops to fight enemies in their local regions.
Oh hey, there's the mandatory Cradle that shows up. Actually, I'm not sure if Cradle showed up last time, but nearly mandatory for Cradle to just randomly show up in the middle of doing the story sequences.
Well, look who it is! If you're after Sarah, she's off on her own. Sometimes I find it easier to dig around a bit when she's not here, especially on Wopal.
Which is why I am here to assist Maria instead. Not that I volunteered.
I've heard about enough of your whining, Kasra. I wish you'd move those hands as fast as you run that mouth. Was there something you wanted to ask me about Sarah?
Oh yeah, right. 'Cause Sarah was technically connected to the attack way back.
Sarah in my toy? How would I know? You'd be better off asking her yourself, I'd say. All I can really tell you is what happened before she and Shao met. To put it simply, that girl is yet another victim of Luther's. He subjected her to his tests, gathering all sorts of data. In short, she was his guinea pig. Why her exactly? That I cannot say. I was so disgusted with what I found in those labs that I razed the place to the ground during her rescue.
Sarah was chosen because she had Clarissa.
I hope you aren't trying to suggest you had a hand in this, Kasra.
Heavens, no. Now, would you please stop staring me down like that? Your stare cuts deeper than any blade. I simply found something. Some of the research data you blew to bits. Part of it, at least. The details in Sarah's file show that she was a specimen intended to temporarily possess Clarissa the White. Put simply, Luther was using Sarah as a tool to obtain more data on Clarissa. And with that data, he created a copy, Clarissa the Ashen, along with someone worthy to wield it. Could you do me a favor, Maria, and try not to destroy any more important equipment?
Not one of Maria's finer moments.
Sorry, my hand slipped.
Your slips cause more damage than some false spawn attacks. You're far more protective of your little student than your sharp tongue would suggest.
Oh, it's you, eh? I see you didn't drag that wacko girlie along with you today.
Who are you calling a wacko?
Ugh, where'd you come from?
You really shouldn't go talking behind people's backs like that, you know?
So even after a second, like giving him a second chance, I still don't really like Capricorn. He's kind of just there as a, I think I mentioned before, as like a Jar Jar Binks type character. He's like, ha ha ha, look at that. Look at the idiot native. He's just like, eh. Not exactly in good taste.
Hang on now. You feeling all right, girlie? Any normal day, you'd have charged in guns blazing and attacked me on the spot. Long time no see. You dressed all different, too. Huh.
Oh, this? Zeno's back now, so I figured there's no need for me to overdo it. Giving Hunterdom a shot was nice and all, but I'm more comfortable as a force.
I mean, sure, you look good in that getup and all, but I don't know. It kind of feels like a waste.
What does, exactly?
It feels like you're hiding away your ferocity, your whack jobbiness behind all this.
See, he just like is endlessly provoking Echo too.
Hey, watch it!
Huh, lucky I missed.
Hunter or no, you ain't changed one bit, have ya? You could at least settle down a bit now that your lover boy is back.
He is not my lover boy!
Still trying to keep that lie alive, eh?
Yeah, so remember what I said about it feels like it jumps around a lot. I mean, the matterboard thing kind of excuses it to an extent, but like, we had that subplot in the main set of chapters here for often in Euclida. Now it's just like, oh, hard pivot into Sarah.
Clarissa the White was temporarily transferred 10 years ago. That means Sarah's...
I guess if we're being fair, like, these plot threads do need to get resolved in some way, but man, the catalog mode makes it so awkward.
But wait, Sarah doesn't have any memories of that.
Well, duh. I forgot everything.
Sarah!
I only started remembering after I met Matoi half a year ago. Everything started slowly coming back to me then. Emphasis on slow. 10 years ago, I borrowed Clarissa from the second and gave it to you. That's all I remember. My next memory is after I was saved by Maria and Xiao, but I don't even remember where I was rescued from. Honestly, it was probably so terrible, I wouldn't even want to remember it. It turned my hair white and killed my ability to use techniques after all. But it's also what made me who I am today.
Kind of an interesting side effect. Is wrecking her ability to use techniques at all, yet this was research on a force weapon. Luther had to have screwed things up pretty badly.
I've got the power to fight and friends to back me up. So I don't regret anything. And I don't want anyone misconstruing that point. Especially you, Xiao. We're connected, so I can always tell what you're thinking. Just try talking about atonement or repentance or whatever. I'll sock you good.
No surprise. Like master, like apprentice, I suppose.
Hey, look! It's the Bonehead! Here to check things out too, huh? Huey and I are already on it!
Well, she bounced back quickly. I guess quick too long didn't read for those who missed the last session. She was really flipping out about being a clone. As in, like, having a complete functional failure.
What she means is that we're here on orders. Not because we were just in the way or anything. No, sir.
Really? Didn't Kazra literally say, "Get out of my sight, you fools! You're in the way!"
Details, details. That guy's a jerk anyway.
You didn't even ask, though, huh?
The two of you sure talk a lot.
Whoa! Oh, it's you. I thought you were Kasra for a sec.
I'd prefer if you didn't lump me in with that bespectacled bully, thanks. So you're Clarice Grace?
are you?
And who the heck are you? Pretty sure we've never met. I can't put my finger on it, but something feels really familiar about you.
Sorry, I just remembered something I need to take care of.
Hey, Huey. I didn't do something to offend her, did I?
Don't you worry, Claris Craze. Neither of you did anything wrong.
Sorry, I went out of my way to tell you not to make a fuss, but then I went and did just that.
Quest Grace is really...
Yes, she's a copy of me from head to toe. Everything about her is exactly the way I used to be, including her hair. I always figured I could handle whatever misfortune came my way. But this, she was created and now suffers all because of me. It's all too much, really.
Also, I don't remember Sarah telling us to not make a big deal about stuff.
She and all the others, they were given life simply to be used, suffer, and discarded. All because I fell for Luther's false promises.
Can't believe how much that mask bobs. And I've been using it for like two and a half, well, more than 2.5 episodes now, I guess. 3 full episodes. Yeah, there's no sub-stories here, so when did she tell us to keep a lid on things? Question mark.
Whoa! Great timing! One of the Council of Six has something really important to talk with you about. And by one of them, I mean me. There's some real tension between Claris Craze and Sarah, yeah? So I was hoping maybe we could fix that. Now listen, I don't know what sort of history they've got, and I don't want to know. Honestly, I don't care. But the way they get so uncomfortable around each other, now that I can't stand. Ain't nothing good gonna come from that. So come on, lend me a hand here.
What's your plan, or you might just make things worse?
But even them hating each other would be better than how things are now.
What a Yui? I'm not so sure about that.
I mean, nothing's worse than getting the total cold shoulder, right? You know, I bawl like a baby when people ignore me.
I see.
Now, if I know anything about Sarah, it's that she'll do her best to just keep Claris Craze out of sight and out of mind. But man, I just want them to get along. You know what I mean? Alrighty then, time for Operation Sarah Claire. We're gonna make these two besties or die trying. Just leave all the messy details to me.
Well, apparently we're agreeing to it now. Looks like Huey's got some pretty good persuasive skills.
Emergency mission alert. Large-scale deployment operation in progress. All ARCSOPs, report to the quest counter to join the mission.
Huh? You got called out here too? Maria just called me up out of nowhere and was all, "You have a new mission. Refusal is not an option." She said I'd understand when I got here. Who does she think she is, huh? If you're here too, though, I guess I shouldn't complain too much. Come on then, let's get started.
Okay, Huey, I'm here, all right? Wait, where's Huey? And what are you boneheads doing here?
I don't know why Claris Grays did the Huey entrance, but apparently that's a thing now.
Claris Grace.
Wait, why is Huey calling me now?
Claris Grace. If you're listening to this message, that must mean I'm not there with you.
Yeah, no kidding, genius.
Right about now is when I expect you'll say something snippy in return, but I'm not gonna let that stop me, so listen up. Claris Grace, your next mission is with those two!
Huh?
I've been thinking, see? Being stuck with me all the time was probably holding you back. Still, though, I didn't want to just toss you out there with any old so-and-sos, because that'd only earn me an earful. So that's why I figured I'd pair you up with those two there. They're super nice and won't get mad at you or anything.
This whole explanation is held together by duct tape. I guess that's the Huey way, though.
I've got you set up with someone who can show you around the place, too. So go have at it.
Who's gonna show us around?
What's that? What's all the fuss this time?
An enemy?
Whoa, now, little ladies. I ain't your enemy. I'm your guide, okay? Sheesh. You think you two were a synchronized kill squad, the way you moved in unison there. Seriously thought I was a goner.
Well, maybe you should stop surprising people.
First that last gal, now these two? You really do hang around with one heck of a crowd, my friend. Anyhow, that overbearing fella on your comms just asked for my help, so here I am. Now, let's get going. Follow me.
I honestly wish I could just ditch this whole thing and leave it in your hands. But I doubt Maria would be too happy about that. So, fine. Let's just get this over with.
Hey! Hey you! Hello, bonehead!
Would you just shut up already? What do you even want?
Have you and I met somewhere before? I don't feel like we're strangers here.
Weird how she's so dense about this.
Even our photon energy feels a lot alike. It's strange. Kind of exciting, too. Hey, got any boneheaded ideas why?
How do you expect me to know something that even you don't? And for the record, I have a name, okay? It's Sarah.
Sarah, huh? 'Kay, I'll try and remember that. So tell me, bonehead.
Also, see, this is why Claris Grays also isn't one of my favorite characters. She has to go around calling everyone names.
Ugh! I just told you my name is Sarah!
Hey, don't yell at me. I remember. You're Sarah, right, bonehead?
You are doing this on purpose!
No, I'm not. And so what if I am? Blah.
Now, That's some sisterly love right there.
We are not sisters. I'm pretty sure even a blind idiot could see that.
You reckon? You're both about yay high, and you got the same sort of outline to your faces and all. Don't you think so?
It's not really great reasoning for calling two people related. Like, that's some ridiculously vague criteria.
Ain't nothing nicer than when everyone gets along, eh? No siree. So let's all just have some fun, huh?
We are here to investigate this place. To dig up the truth and uncover what really went down here. There's nothing fun about any of this.
Sure, but you already know you ain't gonna find any good news at the end of this whole thing, eh? So why make it worse by raining on your own parade? We should just enjoy ourselves out here.
Are you not concerned about where you came from? About what happened to this planet? And why you can speak to us in our own language like this?
I mean, I think it's weird and all, of course, but it's not like finding out why is gonna do much for me anyway. My people, we got a saying. Don't let what's behind you scare you. Let what's up ahead do the job.
That's actually a pretty good saying.
Perfect for when you're running from a pack of baddies. Still, though. It's survival of the fittest out here. We don't have time to waste letting what's over and done with hold us back. Gotta move ahead. How about it, miss? Finding anything out?
It seems that Luther's death triggered the release of this machine. The times match up perfectly.
A little strange. Like, why would he put a lock release on a machine in case of his death? I feel like Luthie's the kind of person who'd believe he wouldn't ever die. Especially once he got his omniscience.
And there's a ton of data. It looks like this was the one they used mainly, more than the facility on the seabed. More detailed data than what was retrieved on the seabed. There's even complete data on biology experiments. Alteration and synthesis experiments on the aboriginals that lived on Wopal. Experiments to implant artificial intelligence.
So that stuff about artificial intelligence has to do with us?
Yes, as far as I can tell from looking at this. I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You weren't the one conducting the experiments. I never wanted an apology. All I think is being able to talk is real convenient. Don't apologize without a reason, miss. That hurts a lot. I'm getting enough sympathy without you having to do that.
You're a real smooth talker.
Don't fall in love with me now. I have a special someone in Camelot.
You can quit with the jokes. What's this data? It's really protected.
Claris Craze refinement data. That's my data. But the sample's labeled Sarah.
Gasp.
Here. It was here. This is the place where my whole body was messed around with. It was here. Yes, here.
Whoa, Sarah. So that means...
You're not shocked that you're a clone?
No, because I saw it with my own eyes. I got over that a long time ago.
By what she means, like, last chapter, which is probably 2 weeks?
I cried so hard, and I was so confused. I'd be lying if I said it's not tough to deal with anymore. But I can at least accept it. That aside, answer me this. Are you my original? Hey, wait! Come on! After her!
Hey, we get to actually fight things. Oh, wait, we did more than enough fighting before. This will not be anywhere as taxing as Sodom.
Sarah. Whenever I was out there, wreaking havoc on other planets, it felt like someone was watching me. It wasn't Huey. It was like someone was looking out for me. But I get it now. I finally understand. That was you, Sarah. You were watching over me.
Yes. I was always watching. Out of sight, but always there for you. You were made for me. You were made by me. I had to make up for what I'd done. I had to turn those regrets into a source of motivation.
Regrets? Don't be a bonehead. If Huey was here, he'd knock you flat on your ass. You're just my original, and that's all. The one that created me, used me. That's all on Luther. But me, I'm an absolute fool. I let someone take advantage of my ignorance, and people got hurt. But Huey forgave me. That one too. I'm not sure how everyone else in Arcs feels, but I decided to forgive myself. If I can't forgive myself, then I don't deserve anyone's forgiveness. I'm immature, an idiot, a fool. But I made a choice to live as myself. As Claire's craze. Stop worrying about me. Clone, original, none of that matters. I'm me, and you're you, bonehead.
Wow. I wasn't expecting to get told off by such a cheeky little brat.
What was that, bonehead? We're basically the same height.
Well, apparently one shot wasn't enough for them.
Hey, girls! Now is not the time for a sister fight.
We're not sisters.
I am
Claris
Sarah.
Craze.
Oh, I want to walk ahead.
Emergency! Code! Attack!
Targeting lock in this game sometimes, I swear. I guess I could have just manually aimed for the heads, but like... It's right there, in front of me. It should just lock onto it. Instead of making me toggle
Guys,
through all 4 legs.
I'm sorry. I put you through a lot. This isn't like me at all. Claris Craze?
I'm the only one left now. The rest are gone. Gone before I could ever talk to any of them. That's why I wanted to talk with you. Bone... Sarah.
Yeah. I guess it's about time I stopped running and faced the truth, too.
We done with our little sisterly squabble then?
We're not... You know what? Forget it. Also, where did they go?
All's well that ends well. But don't you think that was maybe just a bit too intense? Pretty heartless. I mean, making someone uncover the truth, you know, on their own like that?
She had to face it sooner or later, and the sooner, the better. Plus, one of them acts a bit too tough when she's with a certain someone. You're honestly far too protective of that girl, Huey.
Maria.
Listen to you. I mean, you're here watching over the whole thing. Which one of us is overprotective again?
This is a little overboard, or neither of you is one to talk.
Cut me some slack here.
If we weren't here, I doubt it would have turned out this way.
Gotta let them figure these things out for themselves. But, thanks for sticking along for the ride. I appreciate it. She ought to be good to go on her own from now on.
Huh. Hang on now. Is it just me, or are those two fighting?
Whoa! I think they just set CobraCon flying! Nice catch!
Nice catch! But seriously, I thought I was a goner there. It looked like a happy ending, when suddenly they go off on each other. And for what? Getting, I don't know, tears and snot on their clothes?
Huh. They both have a tendency to get quite worked up, don't they?
Ah, like two angry peas in a pod.
All right, Huey, we'd better go break it up.
You bet!
Finally, they're doing some work. Let's make the rest of us do the hard stuff. Alright. 2 last ones, and I think these are very short.
How long must she suffer because of you? You've seen how this burden to save everyone affects her. You've seen how the darkness aided her until she resigned herself to fate. Yet here you are, ready to force her through it all once again.
She's a small one who faced this time around. But I won't let that happen again. Let's be slightly romantic, I guess.
In the end, words are just that. Words. You cannot change how this will end.
Oh, really?
If you truly intend to deliver her from despair, you need to act quickly.
Nay. Well, curious that Persona's trying to give us advice, huh? Which, I guess interestingly, in the end, makes it so that Gemini is the only one that's really bent on total destruction.
I haven't seen you in so long. I was running all over the place working on acquiring special ARCS authorizations, and you seem plenty busy yourself. You can probably tell as much already, but I'm pretty happy to see you again.
I don't know why her name is question mark here. Because it's not like it's gonna fool anyone. If they want to be silly about it, they can just write it silly.
Wait, you do remember me, right? Please don't tell me you forgot.
And this is a weird line. Like, why would she be forgotten?
It's me, Matoi, the one and only. Remember?
So you can say, of course you do, or you changed your outfit.
Oh yeah, I thought a change of pace was in order. Or a new way to express myself, maybe? I'm going to be a real deal ARCS operative. After begging and pleading, Xiao is finally giving me authorization. Now I'll finally be able to fight alongside you. Yep, it's time to earn my keep too. That's why you called me out here today, isn't it, Xiao? As ARCS Overseer, you're going to grant me authorization, aren't you?
Before I give you special permission, there's still one more lesson I need you to learn, Matoi.
What kind of lesson? No classrooms involved, I hope.
Classrooms are the worst.
Don't get all pouty just yet. Our friend here will hear you out.
Okay then, I'm listening.
You really are an easy read. Now then, this lesson isn't any sort of formal lecture. I just want to get you both up to date on the current state of ARCS. I'll be skipping over a lot of the history and finer details, but you can always ask me later about anything you want to know.
Uh-huh.
That's not the most reassuring of responses, but alright. Let's talk about Arx as a whole. Arx had finally overthrown the puppet leadership Luther had in place. We lost Xion in the process, but there's no point on dwelling on that. What's done is done. It has taken us roughly half a year to get Arx up and running again, to put it back on its proper trajectory.
Oh, I guess it does technically give a time frame, so... I suppose because the 2 chapters are in the interim, it could be longer than a couple weeks for Claris Grace to get over her trauma, but that's still... I mean, even 6 months is a ridiculously fast recovery.
Back then, 6 months ago, there certainly was a real uproar when I said I would oversee the management of Arx. But now everyone treats it like it's completely natural. Time really does normalize all. Next, let's talk about enemies. The Fallspawn. To be quite honest, the situation isn't great. Well, just take a look at this footage.
Ah yes, this is a teaser for episode 3.
That planets were just... wiped out... like it was nothing.
It copied a planet it consumed simply to smash it into another, playing with celestial bodies as if they were mere toys.
Just in case we weren't sure we were going to be fighting Gemini next.
Instead, it appears this horrible new Dark Falls, known as Gemini the Duplicate, destroys for the sheer thrill of it.
Gemini.
Gemini is already headed for its next target. The planet Harukatan, recently discovered and home to an alien civilization. That's Gemini's next stop.
We need to get over there then.
Right. Which brings me to my last topic. Arc's mission. Our mission now
is to wipe out the Fallspawn and every Dark Falls out of existence and protect the lives of the universe's myriad inhabitants, right?
Looks like you at least remember that much. Hey, got a moment? Can you keep an eye on Matoi and stick with her as often as you can? There's no telling when Persona the Masked might strike again like they did 10 years ago. Plus...
Say no more, so I can be there when the time comes. So, you know, it's morbid.
I appreciate your dedication, but don't forget. 10 years ago, she nearly became the profound darkness. This is an unavoidable truth. And while she seems fine now, there's no telling what might happen. No one knows. Not me, not you, not even her.
Hey, what's the matter? Let's get going.
She's in your hands now.
You mean hooves, right?
You know what you have to do, right, Sarah? If anything should happen with those two, let me know immediately.
What sort of plan are you cooking up this time?
I'm actually hoping that nothing happens whatsoever.
If only, right?
Arx has secured its future, but without Shion's guidance. Any alterations to the past might overwrite the future that Shion worked so hard for. No more big changes, that's for darn sure. The time has finally come to accept the bitter truths of the past. I mean, this is probably how the world's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, sure, we've only screwed with time how many times? Totally how it's supposed to be, you know? Completely natural.
I'm curious about what motivates Dark Falls. The enemy Arcs must fight for the sake of the future, especially this Gemini. And gosh, I hope the second's okay. Seems like she's pushing herself awfully hard. I'm one to talk. As for Persona, I've got my suspicions, but I think we need to look a little further ahead first. Our next story brings us to Harukotan, home to the tribes of Day and Night. I wonder what awaits us here.
That is it. So we're not actually gonna do episode 4, but I just want to double check. It's only 4 chapters?
The large-scale operation has ended.
Oh, these are
Thank you for your
super
support.
long chapters though, probably. So I remember a lot happening in episode 3. Although I think part of it was also I got stuck because towards the end of it, the level scaling in these story things gets a little crazy. Because, like, eventually the end of this episode is at minimum level 80. And when I was first playing through this, I was just leveling up normally as I was tackling these. And things was just scaling 1-to-1. It seemed fine when suddenly stuff was like 25 levels above me and murdering the crap out of me. So yeah. I'm not really sure when we get to episode 3. I'm thinking it might not happen until the next time I'm on call. Because we're going to have a go at Arceus game that's coming out. So I don't really want to start another episode here. So what we'll probably do is end up using Wednesdays to clean up the Fire Emblem runs up until the Arceus stuff. Yeah, I guess short term, we're looking at picking up the segmented Relentless on Friday, tackling more 3 houses on Sunday. The next Wednesday, I'm not sure. I'll probably, and I guess for the same reason, Knights of the Old Republic is going to be on hold. But I guess priority will probably be to, if we haven't cleaned up Relentless by then, we'll finish it off then. Otherwise, we'll probably do 3 houses instead. Yeah, let's see if there's anyone around to raid. I guess this is kind of a weird one, a weird game to raid from. But yeah, maybe we're just done. Alright, so thanks for watching, everyone. Hope to see you Friday, and have yourselves a good night.